What's up guys, Ryan here, and I mentioned this in a video last week when I did like a little update video, and I said that I wasn't going to unbox it, but I still hadn't opened it yet, so I thought what the hell, I'll do the unboxing. I guess that's the thing that the kids do on the YouTubes these days. So here's the package. I won't show the other side, it's got address stuff on it. I guess you can't really see it anyway, but... And I'm going to open this up right now and show you guys, and then I'll do a video about it. I wish I had the unboxing prowess of, say, Pizzal or B. West Jr. Those guys really know how to unbox a package. They know how to open some cardboard. They know how to unbubble an envelope. Me, it's just not my forte. But I'm going to give it a try here for you guys, just because it's you. Oh my god, another layer of tape in here somehow. I should probably get like a proper knife for this sort of thing. That's what everyone else seems to do. I've just got regular old scissors. It's really well packaged, at least. They might have gone to the Pizzal school of packaging. Crying out loud. Come on. I unboxed something like this many moons ago. I believe it was in a box though at the time. Very nice, very nice. So yeah, this is what I got in the package, and it is the final issue to the X-Files 30 Days of Night comic crossover, which Wildstorm put out last year, and it finished off this year in February. But I'll talk about that in a second. I'm going to give this a read, and I'll be back with you guys in a second. All right, bye-bye. Hey guys, I'm back. I just finished reading the last issue of the 30 Days of Night X-Files crossover, which I just opened up for you, and yeah, I guess I'm ready to talk about sort of this series as a whole. I thought I'd start off maybe by showing you guys some of the covers. It was a 6-issue run, which was put together by Wildstorm. Which, if you don't know, is the company owned by Jim Lee. If you're into comics, you know the name. And if you're not into comics, you might know the name too. And it was published, I believe, by IDW. Yeah, IDW in the corner there. There's the second issue. And it was written by the original sort of artist behind the story, Steve Niles. He wrote the original 30 Days of Night, and I believe the sequel, Dark Days. There's the 4th issue. Also credited as writer on this is Adam Jones, which whom some people might know as the guitarist for Tool. He's not just the guitarist, however. Well, he's also done other things with the band. He's a filmmaker, and I believe he's the reason that you see those really creepy stop-motion videos for Tool back in the day, like Anima and stuff like that. I believe he's the guy that like directed those and created those. He's also an artist, I believe, but he was involved with writing this. That's basically to the extent that I know that he was involved with writing this. I don't know anything really else. I don't know how much, or if it was sort of like Niles adapted a story and Adam Jones actually wrote it, or what it was. I couldn't say, but yeah, the Tool guitarist, Adam Jones, was involved with writing this, and it was drawn by Tom Mandrake, who is, I think he does it all. I think he's an inker, penciler, everything, and I think he was with DC for a long time, and I'm assuming the connection here is that Wildstorm was under the DC imprint before its final days, and I say that because around, I think it might have been issue 4, it might have been issue 5 though. I think it was around here though. Wildstorm basically closed its doors. The company, I guess, after like 18 years, finally folded, and as a result, I had a hard time getting my hands on this 6th issue. Basically, my comic shop was sort of setting them aside for me as soon as they came in, because I don't think they had a whole lot of people buying them, which is unfortunate. But anyway, up till the 5th issue, that was fine. But then after that, they just never got the 6th issue. And you know, I kept looking for it on the internet, but people were selling it for a little too high, and the shipping was shitty. And eventually, I found somebody that was selling it for a decent price, and it had a low shipping cost on it. So I finally picked it up to finish off this little six issue set. The story is it's really cool for me being a big X-Files fan because whoever it was that wrote them so well, I don't know if it was Jones or if it was Niles or a combination of the both, but they did a fantastic job of writing Mulder and Scully. For the first couple of issues, I mean, after that, the sort of the action takes over, and you know, you wouldn't really notice some of the lines that come out of Mulder and Scully. But in the first couple of issues where there's a lot of dialogue and stuff like that, you know, they're setting up the scene. It's just like watching an episode of The X-Files. I think that really, what for me was really exciting because I'm such a big fan, and I really enjoyed how they wrote the characters. The art is fantastic. They look great. They look just like Mulder and Scully. You know, the vampires and the gore looks just fantastic. But the basic storyline is it's just like an episode of The X-Files. They get sent up to a case in Alaska. They think it's something a little more mundane than it is, you know, murders kind of thing going on up there. And of course fall in the middle of basically 30 Days of Night. The whole, the vampires take over this small town, and they basically do the exact same thing they did before. They kill everybody, wipe everyone out. There's a lot more to the story. There's this really cool twist around, I think it was issue 4, where you sort of find out what's going on that I thought was really, really cool, and introduced a really sort of creepy character. But I feel like that sort of unfortunately dropped off after a few issues. I know it was supposed to be 6 issues from start to finish, so I don't think it's something like, you know, Wildstorm went under, so they ended it quickly. But for some reason, for me anyway, they go through all this trouble through the first like 4 issues to sort of set up what's going on. They sort of set up this character as, you know, your bad guy, I guess, in a way. And then they, you know, they take care of him in all of like, I don't know, maybe 2 pages in the 6th issue, which I thought was pretty surprising. And then they dedicate basically the last part of the issue to sort of setting up maybe the next 30 Days of Night story and what could happen next. And it also had a very confusing ending. I felt like I won't say what happened, but you know, we're in the middle of the climax. All this stuff's going on. Mulder and Scully are in the thick of it, and then it just sort of ended oddly and sort of abruptly, and then yeah, it sort of mixed it in with X-Files lore, I guess. You know, they just move on to the next case, which I thought was pretty cool, but yeah, they sort of tacked on this ending, which I guess is going to connect it to another 30 Days of Night story, should another one come out. I felt like it ended really abruptly, and just, they didn't do enough with some of the characters they'd created. But the story overall I thought was great, and again, for anybody that's into the X-Files, they're really going to like this, I think, just because it was so well written, and it really felt like I was listening to Mulder and Scully, you know, in an episode of the show or something like that. So yeah, in the end, I guess, personally, I would definitely recommend it. If you went out and got the issues right now, you could probably find them for around their cover price. I think they were sold around $4 an issue. You can find them for around that. I actually paid less than $4, I think, for this one. But, you know, after you tack on shipping, it was more like $6 or something like that to get it shipped. But, you know, you can find them, I think, for around that price. But, of course, then you're going to pay, we'll say, $4 for 6 issues. So, you know, it starts to add up. I don't know, like, because of Wildstorm where they're at right now, if DC and IDW would put out a collection of this, which I kind of hope they would, but you never know. And if they do, I'll keep my eye out for it, and I'll let you guys know, because that would probably be the best way to get it. But if you're a really big X-Files fan, you're into sort of stuff like this, you might want to go out and get the issues. I found them on eBay pretty easily. I think they were all there. And if, you know, if you're willing to spend the dollars, you know, you can pick it up. Or maybe your local comic shop has some more of these issues kicking around. I just know that mine only got a few in whenever they were released, every month or whatever. And I was lucky to get my hands on one here and there. I don't think they have any extras. So anyway, that is the 30 Days of Night X-Files crossover by Wildstorm and IDW. Yeah, I just thought it was really great, and if you're into the X-Files, or maybe even 30 Days of Night, you want to check it out. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I never read 30 Days of Night. I keep meaning to do that. I always see it, nice editions of it at the comic shop, but I just haven't picked it up yet. I saw the movie, and I really liked the movie, so I thought this would be up my alley. I basically got it for the X-Files tie-in, but it was really, really good. So other than that issue I found with the last couple of issues. But anyway, I'll stop jabbering on here. That is the comic books I wanted to talk to you guys about today. So I will talk to you later, and take care. Bye.